History remembers empires through monuments, ruins, and legends. But behind every empire stands a figure whose presence shaped millions, sometimes through brilliance, sometimes through fear. Montezuma was one of those figures, a ruler so revered, so untouchable, that no one was allowed to look directly at him. Not his servants, not his generals, not even his wives. He governed 15 million people from behind a golden screen, a symbol of divine separation. To meet his eyes meant death. Power, in his world, was not displayed, it was felt. It radiated from silence, ritual, and the belief that a single man stood between the people and the gods. His empire rose in splendor and fell in fire. But the myth of the unseen king remains one of the most haunting images of ancient civilization. Centuries later, a different kind of empire emerged, one built not on divine authority, but on vision. Aristotle Onassis became the richest man in the world by buying ships everyone else believed were worthless. Where others saw rust, he saw opportunity. Where others saw risk, he saw leverage. He built a global shipping empire from the scraps of war, turning abandoned vessels into floating fortunes. Onassis understood something timeless. Wealth is not found in what everyone wants. It's found in what everyone ignores. His rise was not luck. It was the ability to see value where the world saw nothing. But history is not only shaped by kings and tycoons. It is shaped by suffering, by the lives caught in the machinery of war. In 1942, thousands of Allied soldiers captured by Japan were held in brutal POW camps across Asia and the Pacific. They endured starvation, disease, forced labor, and relentless punishment. Many were forced to build railways, roads, and military facilities under impossible conditions. Death rates soared. Footage from the camps shows emaciated men struggling to survive, their bodies broken, their spirits tested beyond imagination. For those who lived until liberation in 1945, the scars, physical and psychological, never faded. Their story is a reminder that behind every military strategy, every map, every headline, there are human beings fighting to stay alive. And when the war finally ended, justice demanded a reckoning. On October 16, 1946, the highest-ranking commanders of Nazi Germany, including Wilhelm Keitel and Alfred Jodl, were executed at Nuremberg. These men were not tragic soldiers caught in a storm. They were architects of extermination, signing directives that led to the deaths of millions. Romanticized narratives often portray their final hours as moments of deep reflection or noble regret. But the truth is far colder. They clung to the superior order's defense until the end, insisting they were simply following commands. The Nuremberg executions shattered the myth of a clean, honorable German army and established a permanent precedent in international law. Military leaders cannot hide behind obedience when their actions commit atrocities. Sovereign immunity died that day. Accountability became global. Empires rise through power, vision, and ambition. They fall through violence, corruption, and consequence. But the stories they leave behind, of kings unseen, fortunes forged, suffering endured, and justice delivered, are the threads that bind human history together. You be the judge. If you're awake, you already feel what's right. Support the movement. Show where you stand. Your presence matters. Your choice carries meaning.